Hello friends, happy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well and feeling hopeful and feeling good about things, even though there's still lots to be concerned about, of course, and there's still lots of struggles, but it's starting to look better. It's just starting to rain outside, and we're gonna have about it looks like a week of some pretty good rain, and we need it. Our parched earth needs the rain. It needs to be refreshed and renewed. And I don't want to minimize at all that there are folks who are under evacuation orders because of the mudslides that are likely to happen because the earth where they are is fire parched and has had the vegetation destroyed, and so certainly keeping them in prayer. And I'm going to tonight just play some rain songs, and I'm going to start with an oldie that maybe, I'm sure some of you remember, I'm sure a lot of you don't, a song called "I Love a Rainy Night." It was made popular by a guy named Eddie Rabbit, and from there to a older oldie, a song the Beatles did called "Rain," which when I was younger, a lot younger, I remember when the album that was on came out, and I loved that song. It wasn't, I don't think, one of their biggest hits at all, but I thought it was a pretty cool song, so I'm going to play that one, and then I'm going to, I guess they're all oldies really, but I'm going to end up with a song called "Rain" that I wrote for a show called CJ Cafe. So these are just some kind of fun rain songs. hope you're able to enjoy this rainy night. You're able to stay warm and dry and safe. We pray for those who aren't able to. And we stay connected and we stay safe until we meet again. Thanks for being here. I'll be back Thursday at 5. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.